Here is a 2024 Volvo XC90 all-wheel drive plus T8 Recharge in Vapor Gray, 58 mpgs combined, 33 miles pure electric. I'm Anthony from Hawkeye Rides. I'm going to go through some pros and cons, some different comparable rivals, and show you what the XC90 Recharge is about. In the front, the staple, signature Thor LED daytime runnings and LED headlights, and it integrates into the chromed out grille with the vertical bars that are also chrome. There's no more dark theme for 2024, 8 inches of clearance, and they bring more chrome into the lower trim. A near 50-50 weight distribution, which is one of the best in class, and it's even better than the new BMW X5 E50. 20-inch comes standard. We got upgraded 21-inch, 8 multi-spoke diamond cut wheels, and it makes it look a little bit more athletic because the fenders do flare out. There's no matte black Recharge badging in the chrome and around all the windows. I wish that they kept the dark theme because against this paint palette, I think it would have really popped a little bit more so for that dynamic look. And this year they have an option for a 22-inch wheel, but what's special is underneath the hood, a 2.0 liter turbocharged and electric motor with an 18.8 kilowatt extended range battery. Combined performance with 455 horsepower, 523 pound-feet of torque paired to an 8-speed Geartronic automatic transmission, reaching 60 at 5 seconds. If this is not fast enough, go to the XC90 Recharge and you get it at 4.5 seconds. Charging time on a level 2 or a 240 is going to take about 5 hours. In total combined MPGs at 27 for the gas variant with 550-mile range. It will be a little bit less in performance, but better in charging times and better weight distribution than the BMW X5, and you're saving at least $5,000 to $10,000 when you go to this variant. Towing up to 5,000 pounds, comparing it to the Mazda CX-90, this is quicker with charges, quicker with performance, better range, and the same towing capabilities. Signature vertical LED taillights, the Volvo script, and the T8 badging with the E all-wheel drive. A couple years ago, they removed the exhaust outlets that were shown. They're still there, they're just tucked underneath. I don't really like this little added piece for the reverse parking sensors, but it makes it a little bit more easier for the sensors to pick up. I just wish that they integrated it into the bumper since they have a hidden exhaust outlet. 360-degree reverse camera and front parking sensors. Power liftgate going into 11 cubic feet of storage. Underneath the floor you get some storage that you can put your charger, and a storage bin here with a bottle holder and a 12 volts. Fold these down and these are your bag holders on both sides. Split fold the third row at a 50-50 split, increasing cargo to 65.5 cubic feet. Fold down the second row at a 40-20-40 split, maxing cargo to 87.5 cubic feet. This is the Recharge. We need to go inside, start it up so you can hear that exhaust note. Way power seat adjustment for the front, memory for the driver, heated front seats, headroom and leg room. This is one of the larger vehicles for the Volvo line, so you're going to get a pretty decent footwell in the front. 9-inch vertical touchscreen with navigation, Apple CarPlay, Sirius XM, FM, streaming Bluetooth audio. Put it into reverse. And we got a reverse camera. When you click here, it's a 360-degree camera. You can click on the icons to zoom into any imperfections around the vehicle. Google built in. The air vents in the center will be with the gloss black, and on the sides with the satin aluminum that's going to tailor around it. Wood inlays start on the passenger, and they pay attention to detail, putting a little touch right here and also here, because the push button start is a turn start. Leather around the shifter. Open up the wood. Here's that key fob for the XC90 Recharge. Some more storage in the front that you can put some change. It's going to be a little bit more sporty. Opens up. It's not so deep or wide, but you get a USB port, leather wrap, 3-spoke steering wheel, multi-function with adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist, digital gauge reader that can go through an array of information, including your turn-by-turn navigation. Harman Kardon sound system comes into play, and it's going to be a more flat dash, auto-dimming rear view mirror with a large pano moonroof that goes to the second row. No heads-up display on this tier. The door panel starts off with the wood inlays, the Harman Kardon, one touch up and down for all the windows, and a long storage pocket with the beverage holder carved out. Acoustic window for the windscreen, dual pane for the front and the rear. For the back seats, headroom and leg room. These seats adjust forward and backwards, and you can recline them back so you can just relax, but then the third row will not be able to sit if they're my dimensions. Storage behind both of the front seats, dual climate control with air vents, 2 USB ports, air vents on the side pillars, armrests with cup holders. Lift this up and you have a booster seat that configures for the center. Close it up. It's going to be a little bit more firm, which we'll get to in a second. The door panel gets the same materials as found in the front, so you get the wood inlays, soft materials where you rest your arms. Otherwise, it's going to be every day. About 2 to 3 beverage holders are carved out. The floor is not completely flat, so you lift your feet up. You could kind of put your feet here in the center, but it's not as desirable as putting it down. The rails for the seats are pushed up. It's enough butt and shoulder space, you're not sharing too much, but the seat is a little bit more firm because of the booster. Headroom is still doable because we have a pano. To enter to the third row, pull this lever here, slide it forward, and that's the opening that you're getting. For tall people, it's a little bit more tight, but you expect that for a mid-size SUV. I'm going to attempt to slide this back. Leg space is going to be tight. Headroom is still doable. A large window with air vents on the side with a cup holder and a storage box. There is no center, but you do get an area that you can put a smartphone. 455 horsepower, 523 pound-feet of torque, and pretty quick charging times, 5 hours on a level 2 or a 240 volt. Everything is going to be very quiet. It's actually more quiet than the refreshed BMW X5, and I am a big fan of the BMW X5, but when it comes to the Scandinavians, they've done something special. 0 to 60, look at this. Talking, you're gonna get through that light, and it's not going to turn red. 5 seconds, that's how quick. People don't anticipate the speeds of these vehicles, and that's why it's one of those special type of treats that's underneath the hood. Now it's gonna take me to some pros and cons, starting off with the pros for the Recharge. You're getting 33 miles pure electric. Because of that, the engine is more quiet, more so than not, and you're getting 550 miles of range, including your gas. So you can travel almost, I live in Florida, to New York, and maybe make 1 pit stop if you use cruise control and you don't drive so aggressive. That's pretty impressive considering I just drove to Pennsylvania in my new QX60. I had to stop twice. So it doesn't sound like a lot of savings, but you gotta look over the ownership. Another pro about the vehicle is you get booster seats in the second row. The third row is going to be the most tight, but at least you get that. The BMW X5 doesn't even offer it. Towing's okay. I wish they would have increased this to at least 6,000 or 7,000 pounds because we have so much power underneath the hood. The seats are comfortable, but on a con, they don't give you enough power seat adjustments for something that's over $70,000. Pricing on the upgraded wheels, that's a plus because it's under $1,000 and it makes it look a lot more dynamic. And we're gonna see the performance as soon as this light turns green, which, here it is. It's insane the power that comes out of this thing, man. It's an impressive vehicle. Going to some other cons, the center seat, because of that booster seat, is going to be the most firm, and I would have probably picked a 6-seater so you have the captain seat bench instead of the 7-seater, unless you really need it. The steering is light so you can maneuver in and out of lanes, and a near perfect 50-50 weight distribution. You do not get the same dynamics with the X5 as you get with this. You would have to go to a different tier level in order to get the near 50-50 weight distribution, which, when you're thinking plug-in hybrids, usually you don't think that the vehicle is going to be that dynamic and yet that fast with the 0 to 60s. The ground clearance is good, 8 inches. It feels like it sits higher. And as you go up the tier, it just gets a lot more luxurious. Some other cons about the vehicle is in the third row, you don't really have any amenities back there for the 2 people that are going to be sitting. Headroom is great, just because this is a mid-size SUV, it's going to be a little bit tough fitting people back there. The adaptive cruise control for pretty much any Volvo is actually one of the best. It beats BMW. It's right on par with Mercedes-Benz. And here's the performance again. It's a fun vehicle for an everyday use and a family use blend. You don't have to sit at a charging station for hours to get 80% charge because this is a plug-in hybrid. Turn radius at a stop point, it's about 3 lanes, which is the same for every Volvo. Driving it normal, the engine will come on and off. The big problem that I see is because of the price, I would have liked to see at least 14 to 16 way power seat adjustment with massage front seats. Manual sunshades at least, we don't even get those. I would like really power, but I'll take manual. And a digital rear view mirror with USB ports in the third row. When you start getting over $70,000, most luxury vehicles start giving you this, and you don't get it here and you're near $80,000. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. Check out the next video, merchandise, website, and Instagram. Leave a comment and a like. And I'd like to thank Crown Volvo Cars for giving us this 2024 Volvo XC90 T8 Recharge for our car review.